Mike Ward is here. I think that's what it's about. So we know that you drool over cookbooks, like you love cookbooks and you have your favorites.
I have my favorites. Even as a chef, you never want to stop learning.
Yes.
And what I want to do today is talk about kind of developing your repertoire of cookbooks and going out of your comfort space. For me, meeting a cookbook in a store is kind of like a love affair. There has to be a spark in that book.
Yeah.
Now, you may fall in love.
Chemistry.
Yes, chemistry. Now, you may fall in love straight away, or you may have to spend a few minutes with it. But if you just don't want to put it down, buy the book and take it home. So I have 5 books I want to talk about today, although I could talk all day. First, we're going to talk about Gwyneth Paltrow.
So you like this book?
Well, look at the love and hate. I get it. She gets a lot of bad press. It's hard to nag about parenting when you've got a team of people doing it for you and tens of millions of dollars. I get it.
Preach.
But she's got it right with this cookbook. It is down to earth. It's unpretentious.
Yeah.
It doesn't follow a particular genre of cooking, which I really like. She just follows her own moods, fresh ingredients. It is accessible. It's not hyper expensive, which she got criticized on some of other books. It is full of slightly annoying pictures of Gwyneth sitting in her French chateau, which I kind of resent her for.
Very perfect.
But it is nice. I mean, the food shots are really lovely, and it kind of looks like something you could do yourself.
Right.
So I'm a fan of it.
Okay, I like that. Sorry, did her husband make this shot or no? No? Oh, he's not. Is he in there?
Is she married?
Well, they're consciously uncoupled, so I didn't know if maybe they still share meals. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think they maybe just green screened her in. Maybe she wasn't even there for that one.
We're terrible.
I'm
happy to hear it's a good book and it's accessible, because I think that some cookbooks you get, it's so complicated that you don't actually want to go through any of the recipes.
It's not. It's
lovely.
lovely.
Stripped down. It's nice.
You will find yourself coming back to it.
That's
now, number
good.
2, we're going to the other end of the spectrum. As you can tell by looking at this book, it is geeky and intimidating.
Yeah.
Even the chap's name, Kenjo Lopez Alt. Now,
I'm scared already.
Well, I want you to be scared a little bit. This is not a sit down and read back-to-back book. This is a open it once a month, and if you can get through that, you will essentially be a trained chef.
So this is really giving you, like, is this giving you the science, the lessons?
This is hardcore. The science, the lessons. There's one, I opened it this morning just to have a peek at it, and there's a great paragraph in there that talks about making hamburgers. You don't want to over-knead your meat because you change the protein fibers and it affects the taste of it. A little sentence like that you read and all of a sudden it changes the way you cook that dish forever.
Okay, all right. So would you recommend this though for the beginner?
Yeah, I
or
would.
Not so
because
much? Is this the novice? Is this the advanced
It takes
chef?
you from beginning to end.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
it is your Bible.
You
Keep it on the shelf and you will return to it, and you're really getting a phenomenal education.
Very cool.
Okay, now this is one of my favorites right now. I met the author of this, Sabrina Gayhor. She's out of London, the UK. It's Middle Eastern food. It is gorgeous. She's the real deal.
Okay.
This is one of these books for me where everything in there you can make.
Yeah.
It's nothing exotic ingredient-wise. You can get it in every supermarket.
Good.
But you cook these recipes and you go, oh my gosh, I made that. I made that. And it looks just like it does in the pictures.
Let's actually just show them the cover so they know what it looks like. Cookbooks look so good these days. But now you know what it looks like, and you can get out there to your comfort zone if that's not the sort of cooking you usually do, right?
That's it. What do we got? Number 3 on our list.
Is it your girlfriend now? Are we doing your girlfriend?
That's Donna Hay from Australia. I'm not going to touch too much on her because I want to give you some more, but Donna Hay's always a go-to for me. The pictures,
He loves her.
I love her, I love her, I love her.
Loves her.
Just love her. Sweet Tooth, if you're a baker.
Yes!
Now, this is, yes, Rosie Dakin, Butter Celebrates. My 2 daughters go nuts over this
Absolutely.
one. I am not an adamant baker, so for me, I love this because it holds your hand.
Good. Yeah, that's good to hear.
And the pictures aren't too precious either. At least if I make it and it kind of looks mildly crappy, which it often does.
Yes.
You know, I don't feel bad about myself.
So
because
that, I mean, it looks neat and tidy, but it's not too much. It's like there's not the perfect amount of strawberries on every layer. Like,
I
it's
could fail and make that.
Yes.
That's what I want.
I like that. I like that idea. Okay,
Okay, I'm going to keep it moving.
Yeah, you got
This is a really, really cool, this is a Canadian cookbook. Boyfriend-girlfriend team called Batch.
Nice.
This gets a little bit geeky as well. This is all about fermenting, smoking. I was on the show recently talking about that.
Okay.
It's a little bit technical, but it really does make it accessible. It goes beyond the usual kind of gherkins and sauerkraut. Talks about how to smoke fish.
Nice.
He makes a lot of his own booze. I'm not sure whether that's legal or
That's
not.
kinda cool.
But if you send him an
Yeah, you might wanna
email,
try that.
he will send
Or
you
maybe not.
recipes
Check
for that
your municipal
as well.
laws.
Yes, check yes, where do you live. And lastly, one of my super favorites. This is sister teams called Lick Your Plate. This for me is revolutionary in the cookbook world because the pictures in it kind of look almost
That's pretty.
like kids took the pictures.
Yeah, take a look at that though. But it's there's still something very scrumptious about
It's
that.
very simple.
Yeah.
What I do with this one is I'll throw it in front of my kids if I'm
Yeah.
not too cranky or tired, and I say, you pick what you want to make tonight.
Yeah.
They post-it note a few recipes, and over the week we make them.
That's
Because
good.
this really is everyday meals, and when you've got John Bon Jovi and who's the
else?
chap for the short chap?
Michael
Jason
Smith?
Alexander from
Oh, yeah.
some of it. When they endorse your book, you know it's good.
So people actually like take that stuff seriously, huh?
Oh, yeah, they
When
do.
you get the celebs to endorse?
Yeah.
And I keep that in mind when I make my cookbook. Ha 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 ha. That was a joke.